Mysterious and exotic Bali, a bucket list item of many, turned out to be full of surprises and adventures. Hello everyone, thank you for visiting our channel. Our annual migration to Thailand in December needed to include some other country that we did not visit yet, and this time the choices were Vietnam or Bali. And Bali won. And I forgot why, but anyway, saving Vietnam for next time. Since December is technically a rainy season in Bali, we did not know how much we would enjoy ourselves there, so we bought one-way tickets from Bangkok, thinking that we can decide on when we want to return based on the experience. Initially, in advance, we booked 5 nights at Melia in Nusa Dua beach area, which frankly is not something we would recommend. The hotel was too big, too kid-friendly, beach was fine, but water is super shallow and warm, and beach vendors just overwhelm you. The area yet super safe, there isn't much around there to go and explore, but if you are into surfing, that would probably be pretty good, so a lot of that activity. We also decided to go and do a day trip to Penida Island. It was about 45 minutes by a speedboat, and once we were there we rented a motorbike. Oh my god, while there are some super pretty sights, they aren't exactly accessible. Probably the most beautiful beach I have seen, called Kelingking Beach, but to get there and back you have to do a life-threatening hike, considering heat and humidity. So naturally, refreshments are certainly in order. Also, the roads are really bad and they really take a toll on you after a while. The island isn't so small, it took about 1 hour driving between different attraction points, so it was a little bit just too much. Overall, I would recommend exploring Penida Island by boat, such as the day trip with private or semi-private boat charters that will take you to different beaches and amazing snorkeling spots. And finally, as a cherry on top of the cake, we barely escaped a bridge collapse when boarding the speedboat back to the main island. This was really scary and unbelievable. Luckily all survived and there were only a few minor injuries. So far net we have not been too impressed with Bali, and we're thinking of getting tickets back to Thailand or to Vietnam. Then the weather was better than we expected and we said, since we're already here, let's go to famous Ubud and see how that goes. So we booked a hotel in Ubud for a couple of nights. Now here's where our fortunes began to turn around in Bali. Ubud is a lively town smacked in the middle of the lush jungle, with a huge variety of restaurants, bars, shopping, and really good prices. It's easier to understand why so many foreigners choose to visit Ubud and even stay here long term, like the digital nomads, for example. Our hotel was located in a walking distance to this sacred monkey forest sanctuary, which was really cool. These macaques are pretty entertaining and they're not too wild and not too aggressive. But don't get me wrong, one must be pretty chill around them and keep your loose items like glasses and phones, etc. secure. Then, as self-respecting tourists, we went to see a traditional Balinese dance performance at the Water Palace. I'm surprised that I sat through the entire performance. Usually these things bore me, but no, even though I didn't follow the stories, the actors are truly skilled and fun to watch. Just look at these facial expressions. Would be really good schooling for aspiring drag queens. Next sensible thing to do is to hire a driver, and there are an abundance of them offering their services. Our driver, called Deva, offered to drive us around for only 500,000 Indonesian rupees, which is like 30 Swiss francs. We gave him more, of course. We spent 2 days exploring the island with him. This was one of the surprises for us. The island only looks small on the map relative to the rest of Indonesia, but Indonesia is a really large country. This island is big, and we only begun to scratch the surface of it. Also, I thought it was predominantly Buddhist, but nope, it's Hindu, and temples are literally everywhere. First destination Devan took us to was Ulun Banu Beratan Temple. It really is a whole complex on the lake Beratan. Very interesting and beautiful place. We also hit some kind of a multi-day Hindu holiday, so we were witnessing some serious processions complete with sacrificial animals, poor thingies. Next up was Leki Leki waterfall. A bit of a hike in the jungle, but such a magic place. Would have loved to jump into the water and really regret forgetting the flip-flops. The terrain is a bit challenging, quite wet, and compromising your single set of footwear is not advisable, provided you got to climb all the way back up. We also made a stop on the way back to Ubud at Sangye Monkey Forest. There were very few people and, of course, many monkeys. The temple itself is very beautiful and serene. Its image is quite abused in promotional materials of other places. I was looking for this temple in Ubud's Monkey Forest, but I was told it's a different place, thus we wanted to come here and see it for ourselves. The next morning, Deva took us to the hot springs. The place is called Toya Devasya. That was not quite our cup of tea, a bit too generic. I was picturing something more like this. But anyway, if you think the hot spring water will make a difference to your well-being, by all means, come and soak it up. Remember when Julia Roberts came to Bali to love in Eat, Pray, Love movie? Well, this place here is dedicated to that story, right at the foot at Mount Abang. I don't know how she could have loved anyone here, the flies were just relentless. But anyway, we made a quick stop for a drone flight. Making our way back to Ubud, we visited Pura Tirta Embul Temple. It is definitely one of those must-hit spots for us mortals. People of all kinds come and purify themselves with the magic spring water. And look, there is something going on in this water for reals. Fruits in Bali are especially sinful, and mangosteen, my favorite fruit of all, though a bit tricky to open, is an explosion of an amazing and unique flavor. Only a few minutes away we found this beautiful 11th century royal burial complex, complete with tombs carved right out of the rock. with waterfalls and river. By the way, I know it was rain season, but it is astonishing how much water there is on this island. Finally, we wanted to visit those beautiful rice terraces, and Deva took us to Tagalalang. We asked him to, it wasn't his idea. This turned out to be a total theme park. Not what we were hoping to see, but for the purposes of safe recreation, I'm sure a lot of people would find this complex nice, complete with rides and restaurants and plenty of photo opportunities. We asked Deva to take us to real rice fields afterwards, and this is what they look like. Real. We were really enjoying Ubud and all the trips with Deva, and we decided to stay another 3 days in Bali. And this time, by a real beach. After extensive research and being not too far from the airport, we landed at Blue Lagoon beach area. Blue Lagoon Eco Village turned out to be the best 3-star resort we ever stayed at. After a short hike, you find yourself at a beautiful white sand beach. I suspect it is one of the best beaches of this island. And the tiny town had excellent fresh seafood joint that our hotel recommended. We ate there every day. Such unassuming place run by friendliest of folks. We loved it. This concludes our 12-day adventure in Bali. While at first we weren't too impressed, in the end we were really glad to have come here. All the natural beauty with luscious jungle and animals, stunning temples, customs, and of course beautiful and friendly people of Bali make this place such a special destination. There are still so many places we did not visit here, so definitely plan to come and visit again. Thank you so much for watching. Hope this was interesting and maybe entertaining. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. And like the video if you've enjoyed this episode, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. Cheers!